In the dark, I hated how stiff my entire body felt. Cold, numb, like it had been dipped in a tank full of ice water. But I could fix all that later. What concerned me more were the things I couldn't name. The things that were causing me to buzz and burn and want to flee not just my home, but the tightening constraints of my skin itself. There was the sound of a bell, followed by a calling voice, a male voice. It took me a moment to realize that the shadow I'd seen passing by the door belonged to the conductor. He was in the back of my car now, working his way up to the front. "Sir," he was saying, in a polite attempt to wake the snoring man for his ticket. "Sir." I fumbled nervously for my shoulder bag. I knew I had enough money on me. Before sneaking out of my apartment, I'd made sure to grab the savings from that torn pair of polka-dotted panties I kept hidden in the bottom of my sock drawer. But now I was here, about to get going, and I still didn't know where I was going to. I'd meant to make small chat with the brother driving the taxi, flash him some teeth in the rearview mirror, the way I used to do before everyone knew my name, see if he knew any parts of upstate New York that were particularly cordial to our kind of people. But my mind had been too fixated on what had sent me running in the first place, what I'd overheard her say to him on the phone. "Imani says it's not supposed to burn." I uncrossed my legs as I considered how long I could stay missing. Judging by how hard my name was being dragged through the papers, it wouldn't be difficult for anyone to believe I'd want to take a break from the spotlight. But how long would they leave me alone? How long would they be kind to Trace before demanding answers? They weren't going to let me off the hook that easily. Not after what I had done. All those careers jeopardized. A note slipped under my door in the dead of the night by a black writer I'd idolized for much of my youth. "You couldn't just let things be?" More burning, more searing pain. I was scratching at my neck again, grateful for any kind of distraction from those words, when a hand gripped my shoulder. I let out a small shriek and batted it away, only to realize it belonged to the equally frightened-looking conductor. Never had I been so excited to see a white male stranger in my entire life. "I didn't mean to startle you," he said, "but I'm going to need to see your ticket, ma'am." Oh. I pulled out a crisp 20 from my wallet. When I looked back up at him, he was leaning against the seat across the row from mine, waiting patiently with a small smile. He appeared to be in his mid-20s, at most 5 years younger than me, and he had a kind enough face when he asked where I was headed. "Good question," I said, just as the snoring started back up again a few rows behind me. "What's the most northern stop on this train?" The conductor's smile widened with curiosity as he moved to accept the bill. "Poughkeepsie, ma'am," he said. "About 2 hours north, and it'll be $4.75 to get there." "Okay, actually, hold on. I might have 75. I reached for my wallet again to unearth a few quarters. Only after he handed me my ticket and my change did he punch the air in front of him and say, eyes flickering, "Right, I've got it. I know where I've seen you before." I swallowed, shook my head once. No. "I was just reading about you this morning," he said, pointing at something in his back pocket, a rolled-up newspaper. The twinkle in his eyes went out, and when he spoke again, his words came slowly, like he was deciding if I was worth wasting them on. "I was a big fan of yours, so I was really surprised to learn how you really feel." Look away. That was what I told my eyes to do. But instead of averting my eyes, instead of telling this man, "Leave me alone, I don't know what you're talking about," I did something that surprised him.